Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Houseplantpixie. For everyone that's new to my channel, my name is Monique and welcome back, and thanks for tuning back in to my existing subscribers. Today's episode is all about this beautiful plant. This is the Begonia polka dot or Maculata. There's a few things going on with this plant, so we're going to repot it. I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown in a minute about the care, and we might do some pruning. So this plant is still in the original soil when I bought it. I can't remember. I think I got it a year ago. Beautiful, easy care plant, and I thought I'm gonna do a video. So I think some people struggle with this plant. With the position, I'll keep it in a fairly, it's not a dark position, but it gets the morning sun. But I do know these plants do not need a really bright light position. They are happy with a medium light. So if you don't know what medium light is, so close to your window, that is where you have the most light, and as you move into the room, it will get less and less. So you could easily have this plant on the shelf, maybe 2 to 3 meters away from the window. There will be no problems. Very beautiful plant. Let it dry out in between watering, and that's why I haven't watered it. If it looks like this, that the leaves curl in, really extreme example, this plant is super thirsty, but I thought I'd show you it hasn't been watered. So the soil, you will see when we repot it, but the soil is like super dry. So if I put my finger in here, there is no there's no moisture at all. It's bone dry, but I left it like that because we're going to repot it. Also, it has been in flower, and I might actually cut some of that up. We decide once we repot it. So this plant I got about, I would have to lie, maybe a year ago, maybe 2. I got it from Dan and Helen's. Beautiful plant. And what I like to do when I do get a new plant, I do not like to repot it straight away. So it has grown a fair bit, and the soil dropped, if you can see that. So the soil used to be like up the top, and it has fairly dropped, and this is the best example. You do not have to repot your plants straight away when you bring them home. I do believe give your plant a chance to recover in a nursery environment. They get water, they get looked after, and you transition them to your home. You might not have the same light conditions. Let it adjust. Every repot is a bit of, like, it's not only a little bit of stress, it is stressing the plant out. It doesn't matter how careful you are or how every repot your plant will get a bit of a shock. It sounds dramatic, but it is that way. So I will also give it a bigger pot. So this nursery pot is fairly small for this pot. What I won't do, I won't plant my plants straight into this pot. I like to have them in a nursery pot. Could come in handy if you need to put it in the bath and shower it down. You can actually take it out and the water will drain out. Yeah, heaps of benefits. So what else is there? That's it. I found begonias fairly easy to care for. Beautiful flower. And the cuttings we can propagate. This soil is not the best that it's in right now, and to be honest, it's autumn here in Australia at the moment, so the plant will probably slow down in growth, but I'm just gonna give it a repot. So here's our plan. The pot, decided to go for this pot. And now when we get the plant out, this will come out fairly easy, but I try always to say don't pull on the stem, rather tilt it and give it a push. It makes a bit more mess, but so as you can see, this is super compacted. So it's like we just loosen up a little bit of the soil around it. Just very gentle. Not disturbing the roots too much. So your nursery pot is going to have holes. What I do, I use paper towel. Just put the pot on a paper towel, draw around it, and then cut it to size. And use it like a filter. I can't wait for this plant to grow even bigger. There's like, with the potting mix, I'll just show you on a handful. This is like perlite, horticultural charcoal, orchid barks, and premium potting mix, all mixed together. Very it's a very good idea if you have the time. I can recommend to mix up your own potting mix. I'll keep it in one of those tubs. I don't put a lid on, so there's no room for microorganisms to grow. I'll keep it in my shed. Alright, and now we just, because the plant was on a lane, I'm just gonna plant it slightly tilted, and here goes, it's one of the stakes I used. I found if they are made of wood, with time they will actually break, so I prefer to use plastic, to be honest. And now, so yeah, make sure your plant sits in the center. This will be too high. This is perfect. And then, even though the root ball, like, make sure your plant is sitting where you want it. And then you just fill around it. I'm just gonna put this pot in here, it's less messy. So whatever falls next to it, I'm gonna catch it in the tray. So let me know in the comments below if you got begonia or if you like them. I was a little bit hesitant with some varieties, and look, some varieties didn't grow too well in my home. I think I got another couple begonias, so I don't have many, but I find the ones I had so far very easy to grow. And at my house, because I got 300 plants, I don't overcare. Alright, it's all repotted. The next step is I'm gonna give it a little bit of water. I Actually, I'm not only going to give it a little bit of water because potting mix is fairly dry. I'm going to keep it under the sink and give it a good water. Now, because it's sitting on the shelf, I think I might actually leave that hanging part. The things I don't like are like leaves like this, and I'll just chop them off. I could have also just cut the brown edge off, which I'm gonna do with this leaf here. Just cut this bit off. And I think I'm going to leave the flowers for a little bit longer. Yep, and there's a lot of brown leaf. And I got them here. So I'm going to cut. I'll show you how much I water. So give it a good drink. When the potting mix is sort of dry, it takes a little bit longer to soak through. What I meant with have a look if it's draining. It's draining all the way through. You can tip out the water in a decorative pot, but I usually don't, and it's never affected the plant. Isn't she beautiful? So medium light conditions, just water when dry, and look out for signs like the leaves are curling and how it's really droopy. That will recover. I'll blend in a picture a few hours later. And if you wish, you could propagate it, but I'm gonna leave it like that because I like it hanging off my plant shelf. Alright guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did like it, give it a like, and I'll see you next time. Until then, stay planty. Bye.